Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some of the trading rules. How to set up your charts to trade my method. Okay, first of all, the time frame that I use for my charts is a 610 tick chart. Okay. Now, I only place my trades between 9:30 and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, right now I have my charts set to Central Time. That's why you see this gray rectangle that colors the background starting at 8:30 and it ends at 11. This is Central Time, so it would be from 9:30 to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have if there's an indicator in your charting platform that does this for you, you can use that. Otherwise, just make sure you watch what time it is when you're placing your trades. Okay. In this case, for Sierra charts, there's a indicator that's called color background based on time, and you just have to set the alert to draw to color the background, from, in this case, 8:30 to 11, since I'm using Central Standard Time. Okay, so you're not gonna place any trades outside of that time frame, not before, not after. At least that's the way I trade. This method I'm going to teach right here is specifically for the ES. Okay, pretty sure it can be used with other contracts. However, there are some parameters that are specific for the ES, like maximum and minimum distance for between the pivots when you're drawing fibs, which I'm gonna talk about later. Okay, like I said before, my entry is at the 50% level, and it is on the first bounce of that level. Okay, so now if this had been the fib I had drawn when the market opened, you would say this is the second bounce, so no trade would have been taken. Now, when I say the first bounce, this is only if you are inside the time frame specified. Okay, if price bounced off at the 50% level before the market opened, like as it did here, then this does not count as a bounce. Okay, you can take a trade here because this is outside of the time frame or before the market opened, pre-market hours, so this bounce does not count, so you can take a trade here. That's the only exception. Now, if when you're drawing your fibs, you see that price retraced to your entry level or front running the 50% level by a tick, and then it went all the way up to the 0% level where your second target would be if you're trading multiple lots, then you would consider that a move that's done. Okay, if price then retraces back to the 50% level and bounces there, you're not gonna take the trade there. Okay, so it's only on the first bounce within the time frame specified. Okay, here's an example of what I mean. Say you have drawn a fib from this pivot high to this pivot low, and you watch price retrace, and it front runs to the 50% level by a tick, but you don't get filled here, and then price retraces, continues to move down and reaches the 0% line. Then if price bounces back up to the 50% level, you're not going to take a trade as it did right here. Okay, because if price came to your entry level, you did not get filled, and it went all the way to the 0% line, then you would consider that was the move that you would have wanted to trade, except you did not get filled. So on any subsequent bounces off the 50% level, such as here, where it would have gotten again to your entry level without you getting filled, whereas it did here where you would have been filled and would have reached your target, you're not going to take those trades, okay? Because the first bounce to the 50% level or to your entry level went back down to the 0% line, okay? So this would have been the move you would have wanted to trade, because you never know if on the second bounce it's going to break the 50% level and change direction, okay? That's why I only take the first bounce within the time frame specified. Okay, and the other rule is something that has been explained before. That's that you're going to enter at the 50% level, front run by 1 tick, or if you want exactly at the 50% level, and you're gonna place a limit order at 23.6% for your target and at 76.4% for your stop. If you're trading multiple lots, then once your target here, you're gonna place first target at 23.6% and your second target 1 tick below, or front run the 0% level by a tick. Once the first target is hit, you move their stop loss to break even, or break even plus 1, and you let the price go wherever it wants to go. Now, the reason why I explain this for multiple lot trading, or just or scaling out and no scaling out, is so it can be used by people trading with just one lot, or people who are trading multiple lots.